The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Jesus and his disciples left from there and began a journey through Galilee. But he did not wish anyone to know about it. He was teaching his disciples and telling them, "The Son of Man is to be handed over to men, and they will kill him. And 3 days after his death, the Son of Man will rise." But they did not understand the saying, and they were afraid to question him. They came to Capernaum, and once inside the house, he began to ask them, "What were you arguing about on the way?" But they remained silent, for they had been discussing among themselves on the way who was the greatest. Then he sat down, called the 12, and said to them, "If anyone wishes to be first, he shall be the last of all and the servant of all." Taking a child, he placed it in their midst, and putting his arms around it, he said to them, "Whoever receives one child such as this in my name receives me. And whoever receives me receives not me, but the one who sent me." The Gospel of the Lord. Our beloved Lord is a masterful teacher. He is a master. And like any masterful teacher, he uses and he takes visuals, parts of daily life, the simple things which we all encounter. He uses these little experiences and then he elevates it to point to a higher truth. For example, when Jesus, as we heard a couple of days ago, when he's on the feast of St. Peter, the chair of Peter, he takes his disciples, and when he changes Cephas' name to Peter the Rock, well, where are they? They're in Caesarea Philippi, and what is directly behind the apostles? Well, a big, massive rock. So he uses the visual. Upon this rock I will build my church, and they can see it directly. Or, "I am the bread of life." Jesus says, he takes bread and he says, we all know what bread is, and he elevates it. Or, "I am the good shepherd." Again, this is an agrarian culture, so they all know what shepherds do. "Pick up your cross and follow me," Jesus says. Oh, they would have known that visual. The cross was, what is the cross? The cross is the most terrifying thing and the most torturous of all executions. So they knew what the cross meant. And so when Jesus says, "Pick up your cross and follow me," they're like, "Oh my gosh, I know what that means." So he takes simple life, elevates it, points it higher. And now in this moment, the masterful teacher, again, takes a little baby, that baby back there, the cooing, beautiful baby. We planned this before Mass, by the way. Huh? Oh, we did. I'm trying to mimic the masterful teacher. Takes a little baby. "Look, everyone. My disciples, look at this baby, this child. You want to be amazing. You want to be something. You want to be great. Behold your example." Because what is a baby? What is a child? As in the first reading today, we heard what is the author of the book of Sirach trying to say? Trust in the Lord always. Because he says to us, be sincere and steadfast, because you will experience trial and humiliation in life. In those dark moments, you must trust the Father like a little baby in the arms of her mother or father. Because a lot of people will experience trials and tribulations, and what will happen next?
They will abandon God. Oh, you hear this. One of the most strongest arguments against God's existence is what we call the problem of suffering and evil. You talk to people, if they don't believe in God, you say, why don't you believe in God? Well, look at all the suffering in the world. What is that logic? Well, they're saying because bad things happen, therefore God does not exist. That's not Christian logic. Christian logic is the suffering happens, and they will happen, but I am a baby. And taking the child and placing it in their midst, he put his arms around it and said to them, if you wish to be first, be the servant of all, and receive a child like this. Because children trust in all things.